Hi everyone, my name is Sualp Ozel and we're here at Rapid 2023. I'm here at the Laser Marking Technologies booth with Rick Weisbart, who's the head of sales, and he's going to show us what they have at their booth today.
So, although this is a Rapid show, where we started as a company was Laser Marking Technologies, was actually in the marking field. So this is an example of one of our standard larger systems, an XL system that we do for laser marking. In this particular instance, we've got an anodized aluminum plate. We've used the laser to put in the American flag. But we are here at Rapid, and what has happened is over the time we learned how to move a beam around, use the laser for multiple scenarios like welding or rust removal. We moved in then to the laser powder bed and in the fusion side of things, and saying, okay, here's how we're going to develop and work through the 3D manufacturing. Originally, we had a much larger system. It was a 3-bay system, and over a short period of time, we've tried to take both customer feedback and looking at the technology ourselves and say, here's where we need to go, here's what we think we can do to help customers, and we are now introducing our new system and the changes that we've made, how we've upgraded the system. So if we take a look, a couple of the features that we have and a couple of things that we've done is we took a look at saying, okay, originally with a 3-bay cabinet and a delivery, one of the ways to get the powder was using a hopper system with an auger, which was okay for moving the powder around, but was more difficult for customers if you switch from one powder to the other. It created a lot of work to vacuum that out and clean it all out. So we've simplified this, and one of the things that we did then on the simplification, we said we can direct feed powder into the system. So we have our bowl here for taking the powder, and we're going to have this plate rise, our sweep arm bring the powder across, and as the one build plate comes up, the other build plate would go down. And that's created now just this platform for where our powder's at, where you would have to clean afterwards. Try to add a few features to help it easy. If you do have to change out, put a different powder in, we have a capacity for allowing powder to be removed fairly cleanly and simply. We've also added right here as our overflow, and we can put an overflow jug there where we can also recoup that. Another feature that we had and things that we have learned or people had said to us was the build plate in and of itself, which can be a little bit heavy, and it has to be bolted down in some fashion. So we took a cue from some of the automation that's out there, and you take a look at some of the CNC systems, and what we've done for our build plate is create a way to release the build plate with just by a clamping mechanism rather than having to remove bolts. Push it on, and it's now locked into place. The next piece, as you can see, we've got our proprietary beam delivery, and then we've also got the scan head for manipulating the beam. Then the next piece that we had to deal with was taking a look at our own software and our proprietary software that we were working with originally. And although it allowed us to do things to manufacture parts, it wasn't as intuitive as it needed to be or as easy to operate, and it wasn't as familiar to people. So one of the things we did was change that operating system and upgrade it. And to do that, we went to the Fusion 360 software, which is radically better than what we were doing before. Allows us a lot of slicing and intuitive things that we couldn't do with the software we had. Josh here has done a lot of work with it, and Josh is just kind of demonstrating, can maybe talk to a couple of things about how we can go direct from this into printing parts.
Yeah, so we bring in our model into Fusion, so we can put it onto our build plate with the additive build extension. I create all my supports with it, which there's all kinds of options in here, which I really like compared to our proprietary that we had before. And I can also use simulation and see what the laser's actually doing, and that helps us out for our builds for predicting what may happen or may not happen, and be able to see what we're actually going to print and get successful parts instead of just testing it and seeing what happens.
So what we've tried to really do is take the feedback from our customers and internally, and how do we develop and how do we get better, and then who do we need to partner with to make that happen. That's where things are at.
Well, thanks guys.
Thank you.